Welcome to my channel. J.Zee, please like, subscribe, and share.
In a lush green valley where the trees stretched high into the sky and the rivers sparkled like diamonds, there lived a mighty dinosaur named Dino. He was a towering, gentle giant with a heart as big as his enormous feet. But Dino's greatest joy wasn't his strength or his mighty roar. It was his tiny child, whom he affectionately called Tiny. One bright morning, as the sun peeked over the mountains, Tiny woke up bursting with excitement. "Papa Dino! Papa Dino!" Tiny called, hopping around. "Can we go explore the deep woods today? I heard there are glowing flowers and singing birds." Dino chuckled, his deep voice rumbling like distant thunder. "The deep woods, huh? That's a big adventure for such a little dinosaur. But I'm not little, I'm brave, and I want to see the glowing flowers," Tiny insisted, puffing up to look as big as possible. Dino smiled. "All right, Tiny, but you must promise to stay close and follow my steps." With a joyful nod, Tiny bounced ahead, and together they set off toward the mysterious deep woods. The trees grew taller and closer together as they ventured deeper, and soon the air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers and the soft hum of the forest. Tiny's eyes grew wide with wonder when they reached a clearing filled with glowing flowers. "Wow, Papa Dino! Look at them! They're glowing just like the stars." Suddenly, Tiny realized he was alone. The trees seemed taller and the shadows darker. "Papa Dino!" Tiny called, his voice trembling. Dino, having noticed Tiny's absence, was already searching. His great heart pounded with worry. He called out, his deep voice echoing through the trees. "Tiny, Tiny, where are you?" Tiny heard his father's voice and followed the sound, but the woods were so big and confusing. Just as Tiny began to feel really scared, he saw a large, comforting figure emerge from the shadows. It was Dino. "Papa!" Tiny cried, running into Dino's big, warm embrace. Dino nuzzled Tiny gently. "I'm here, little one. Remember, even in the biggest adventures, it's important to stay close." Tiny nodded, snuggling into his father's side. "I'm sorry, Papa. I just wanted to see everything." Dino smiled down at Tiny. "There's nothing wrong with being curious, Tiny, but the best adventures are the ones we share together." And so, with Tiny safely by his side, Dino led them back through the deep woods, past the glowing flowers and the singing birds, until they returned to the familiar, comforting valley. Tiny learned that day that while the world was big and full of wonders, the safest place was always by his father's side. From that day on, Dino and Tiny explored every corner of their world together, always close, always sharing the joy of discovery. And Tiny, though still curious, knew that no adventure was as great as the love he shared with his Papa Dino.
Thanks for watching.